What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to a new video. I hope you're all having a lovely day. Hope you're doing well. Listen, in today's video, we're going to be covering the unfortunate exit for the women's Springbok side. They played against New Zealand, and unfortunately, they haven't made it to the semi-finals. But nonetheless, we're very proud of them, and we're going to continue today by following up and reading this article by OFM. As always, I'll post the article in description. They cover it very nicely. So that's how we're going to read from there today. But yeah, listen, if you guys like the content that we're doing on here, make sure you guys subscribe to the YouTube and you follow the TikTok page as well. I really appreciate all the support. And as always, make sure to leave a comment in the comment section below on a topic you'd like to see me cover in the future. I'm always interested to hear what you guys are wanting to talk about, what you guys are interested in, and maybe you'd like to see my opinion on that. We can definitely see for something in the future if you're interested in that. But jumping straight into the article, let's go. I'm going to be reading just two of the 3 paragraphs in there, and then I'll give my final thoughts at the end once we're finished. So the title is Springboks Bow Out of Women's Rugby World Cup. The Springbok Women's Rugby World Cup campaign came to an end with a 46-17 quarter-final defeat against defending champions New Zealand. Despite the loss, the South Africans can hold their heads high. After reaching the quarterfinals for the first time, they remained competitive against a classy Kiwi side. Kiwi now obviously being New Zealand. The first half was tightly contested with both teams crossing for 2 tries each, going into the break locked at 10-all, but the second half belonged to the Black Ferns. South Africa started strongly, putting the Black Ferns under pressure early on, and were rewarded when Babalawa Lacha scored after 20 minutes. New Zealand responded quickly after 2 tries in under 5 minutes by Teresa Stefano and Braxton Sorzin-Magee, capitalizing on a few Bok women errors. The final say in the half went to Afiwe Ngwevu, who crashed over just before the break. Apologies also for any names I might be mispronouncing and things like that. I do apologize going forward. Women's coach Suez de Bruyne remained philosophical after the match, praising his team for their breakthrough performance. What a performance by this team, coming into the tournament ranks 12th in the world and leaving it as one of the top 8 sides. To add to that, delivering such a strong first half against the Black Ferns proved it was no fluke. This team is here to stay and could well be the sleeping giant of women's rugby. Historically, South Africa had only won 3 matches out of 18 in previous Women's Rugby World Cups, but this year they played some breathtaking rugby against Brazil and Italy to reach the quarterfinals. Now, I agree fully with the statement saying that they could be one of the sleeping giants, because I feel like the Springboks right now, women's and male, of course, have a very strong presence in the rugby world. Obviously, with the men, winning the previous World Cup and the dominant force that they are, I feel like that also, the name Springboks transfers over, obviously, to the women's team, where teams might be hearing, oh my word, they come from South Africa, they are from that country. That could be some like a psychological warfare, when you know that you're coming up against this team or this nation that produces quality sides. And for their finish, like they said in the article, they said they previously only finished or won, I should say, 3 matches out of 18, which is not a great record. 3 out of 18 is not good, but they've massively improved in this World Cup, and they also reached the quarterfinals. So this was a new achievement for the team. And that's the thing, you've got to improve the standards and things like that. And obviously, as the Springboks are becoming more well known and more popular, more teams, more focus is on the rugby, obviously, in South Africa, which is good to improve, the men's team and the women's team, which is something that I like to see. And as well, like I want to speak about, just like a brief point that I want to make, is also I'd love to see more coverage and more promotion of these matches when they go on. Like I said in my previous video, I was unaware that the Rugby World Cup for the females was happening, and I had no idea, because I'm not really in the rugby loop, as to say, but I'm like into sports, and I never would have heard about it unless if my dad never told me about it. And then obviously I started following and I got along, but I didn't hear anything, I didn't see anything. It wasn't as promoted as the men's rugby. But that's the one point I would want to say about that, is that I'd love to see more growth, more promotion, and just more people talking about when something happens or whenever, then there's like promotion and people are talking about it, and it's a very big deal as well. That's going to be all for today's video, guys. Thank you for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you enjoyed, make sure you drop a like, and as well leave your thoughts in the comment section below about women's rugby, about obviously South Africa's rugby. What do you think of that? And also how you'd like to see the future of women's sports is also very interesting to see. I know there's a lot of people that have a different opinion. different thoughts about that. So I'm very interested to see what you guys have to say about it. But anyway, I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care. I'll see you guys. Bye-bye.